What if I told you that there's an exact strategy that can make you number one in your business? Simple and powerful, but very few people know about it. You can be the market leader in your state, in your local government, or at least in your city. That's what I want to show you in this video. Don't go anywhere. Hi, I'm a maker of Glint of Strategy, and my job is to arm you with strategic insights that will position you in your business to win for a long time. Stick around. You see, one of the best things that can happen to you as a business owner is when people think about a particular product or service, and your name is the first one that comes into their mind. It's an amazing thing. But the easiest way to be number one like that is not about trying to be better than everybody else. Oh, I want to be the best. No, that's not the smart move. That's not the smart way to go about it. The smart way to go about it is to be the first to create something new in that market. Are you getting it? To be the first to create something new in that market. And I'm going to show you how. There are two pathways, two broad pathways to do this. First one is the innovation and invention pathway. The second one is the focus and niching pathway. So now, what do we mean by this? Now, the invention pathway is about creating something of value that is new. And when we talk about creating something of value, invention, you think it's one big thing. A lot of people think about technological innovation. I need to be one great scientist and all of that. No. Do you understand? It can be something very simple. The technological invention is just one of them. Now, a very good example of technological invention is the light bulb. It was invented by Thomas Edison. And that invention is what brought about the formation of General Electric as a company. Do you understand? They created something that nobody else had invented. Okay? A light bulb that could last for hours. The ones that people were creating were within seconds or very few minutes, it would just die off. So Thomas Edison was the first person to create a light bulb that could last for several hours, several weeks, several days, and even months. Kept on improving on it. So that was something new, and he commercialized it. Do you understand? And that put General Electric far ahead of everybody else. They became number one. Do you understand? So that's how General Electric became established. They started diversifying, creating other electrical products and all of that. But that was what started them out. And you can also do the same. Okay? If you are technologically inclined, think of something very little you can invent. All right, that's technological invention. So the next one is process invention. And there are three things under that. You have the method and concept innovation, you have the scale innovation, and the time innovation. 3, method and concept innovation, scale innovation, and time innovation under the process invention. It's much easier. Everybody can relate to this one. You don't need to be a technological genius or a scientist. You understand? Now, method and concept invention it's about you bringing forth a new technique, a new way, method of doing something, or a new concept. Let me give examples for you to bring it down home. Now, a good example is something like the Ford Motor Company. You know Henry Ford. You've heard about Henry Ford. So Henry Ford Motor Company, they were the first to create what they call the assembly line. It's a method of manufacturing that has never been done before. It was a very efficient, fast process that they were producing cars, one car every, I think, 10 minutes or 12 minutes. It has never been done like that. Mass production. They were the first to bring about mass production. And the thing brought down the price of car from about $800 and something to about $200 and something. They became affordable for even the common man. They were the first, number one. So that puts them ahead of everybody just by that innovation. Assembly line. Another example, Toyota. Okay, I'm using car companies now. Toyota, method and concept innovation. Now, Toyota brought forth what's called the Toyota production system. The Toyota production system is a system that is very efficient in the sense that they brought about what they call just-in-time manufacturing. things are brought in as needed. Okay, they don't stock so many inventory and everything. Everything about efficiency. They brought about lean manufacturing. They brought about the concept of jidoka. Go and research about it. Focus on the consumer and all of that. They brought about continuous improvement or Kaizen. Okay, I might not be pronouncing it to a Kaizen. Kaizen. Okay, these are concept methods that made it very difficult for you to have defects in the process of manufacturing. Wherever anybody spots defect, they stop production immediately and correct it. So the total production was very efficient that it made them to produce one of the most reliable automobiles in the world. Are you getting it now? Efficiency, fuel efficiency, reliability, and everything. The method and concept innovation. Another good example of this method and concept innovation was Google. Google was not the first search engine. Other search engines were there, for example, Yahoo. But other search engines were not very efficient. They were not very organized. The way they brought out searches in alphabetical order and all of that. But Google brought about the concept, the method of ranking, okay, by rank. They brought about based on relevance. That was a new concept. So that's what brought about this thing called SEO. A search engine optimization. People now try to optimize the content of their website so that it will rank higher. It's about ranking, relevance, keyword search, and all those kind of things. That's what Google brought about. That's what positioned Google as the number one. They brought about a new method of doing things. Nobody else has ever done that. So you see how you can invent just a method or a concept, and you're the first person to do that. You need to be a technological genius to do all of this. All right, so the next kind of process invention is scale innovation. It sounds very straightforward. It's about volume. Okay, the volume of goods or services that you're offering, it's at a scale that has never been seen before. A very good example is Walmart, one of the largest retailers ever. Nobody has ever done retailing at such scale. They were the very first. And I put them as number one. Are you seeing this? Are you getting it now? Very easy to become number one if you know the tricks, you know the secrets, the strategies. Are you getting it? So the next one now is time innovation. Time innovation under invention and all of that. So what do we mean by time innovation? It has to do with timing, and there are three dimensions of it. Either timing as regards to frequency, as regards to duration of time, or as regards to the speed of time. Are you seeing it? These three dimensions. Now, let's give an example of frequency. A good example is Groupon. Groupon was the first to bring about daily deals. That's the frequency now. Promotions, promoting deals, discount, and all of that in different cities, per city. So you look at businesses, they contacted and working together with businesses, and businesses will bring about deals. People, user-generated content. People check up deals and post it in the platform. So it's an kind of e-commerce site, but the idea there is daily deals. Okay, so it increased sales for the business that are under them. That's their business, but a new business model that nobody has ever seen. But it was based on frequency, daily deals. All right, so the next one is duration of time. A good example is CNN. In 1980, CNN brought about what they call 24 hours news broadcasting. Before 1980, there was nothing like that. No TV station, no broadcasting network did 24 hours. They had time of closing. Either maybe 10 p.m., 11 p.m., or 12 a.m. They would close and then resume maybe 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. That was what it was before CNN. They brought about 24 hours round the clock broadcasting. That brought about something. You gave them attention and placed them. You gave them a competitive edge. They were number one to do that. Time, duration. Are you getting it? Now the next one is speed. The speed at which you do something. A good example is FedEx. Speed of delivery. There's so many examples. Let's not take time, but you get the point. Speed of delivery. How fast are you to do something, to achieve something for your customers? that can place you ahead. Be the first person to do something as regards to speed, and you become number one there. Gives you a competitive edge. All right, so the second broad category is the niching or focus pathway. Focus niching pathway. What do we mean by this? This is also a very straightforward one. The focus niching pathway is about narrowing your focus, your customer segment, narrowing your area of specialization, your customer segment, based on demographic and psychographic characteristics. Big English. Demographic means things like age, sex, their location, their occupation. You can decide that I want to focus on this particular group. Psychographic, psycho, behavior. When you talk about psychographic, there are three major things. VAL, values, attitudes, lifestyle. People's lifestyle, where do they hang out? And all of that. What do they believe? Their religion, something like that. Christian, Muslim, atheist. So you can choose a particular small characteristic, select a characteristic, one or two, combined together, and say this is what you want to focus on. Okay? That's how you are the first, and when you are the first person to narrow that focus, to serve that small group in that your area, you become the first. You become number one. Okay? So sometimes you narrow so much that you eliminate competitors. That's how to make competitors irrelevant and become number one. It will give you massive sales. When people think about a particular segment, you are the one that they will think about first. You brought about it first. Are you getting it now? So a very good example is Piggy Vest. Piggy Vest. They brought about daily savings, okay? And their focus was millennials, young people. That was in 2016. Now, millennials are much older now, but millennials were young adults. That's basically their focus, their customer segment. Young adults who did not have a lot of discipline when it comes to savings, okay? So they brought about that idea, that colo of saving, that's a physical savings, piggy bank and all of that. So they converted that to a digital form called Piggy Vest, daily savings. See how they narrowed their focus to a certain psychographic demographic. Young people and people that were having difficulty in saving money. And that's brought about Piggy. They were the first to do that in the whole of West Africa. Are you seeing how to be first, how to be number one, niching down? Now let's just give a general creative example, okay? This is not about any business now, but let me just show you how you can think about these things. Now let's assume you have a pharmacy, okay? You sell drugs. Most pharmacies, they sell every kind of drug for all kinds of people. But now you want to niche down. And how do you do this? Now you look at women. Women, they give birth to children. And you say, I want to focus on reproductive aspect of women, okay? I'm going to be dealing on drugs that focus on the reproductive life of women. Are you seeing how you've niched down demographic, gender, reproductive, women that are active, reproductive, okay? You've niched down to the gender and all of that. So the drugs they are selling are drugs that are only meant for women, the reproductive life of women. No other drug. Have you ever seen something like me? I've not seen. So when people have the mind of, I need drugs for menstrual cramps, there's a pharmacy that's specialized in that area. You are the one that they will go for first. That's how you niche down. And if nobody has done it before, you're the first person, you have automatically become number one. You have become the dominant figure in that area. You will have a lot of sales. You will be profitable. That's how to win. So I believe that you've gotten the idea, the technique now, the strategies, the invention pathway, and the focus niching pathway. That's how to be number one. So I'm going to subscribe to this channel where I'm dishing out a lot of strategic insights. Click the subscribe button and I'm going to see you in the next video.